So, question one, with which programming languages are you familiar and which do you prefer using and why? So, the programming languages I'm familiar with, there's a variety of them, such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I've also briefly touched upon SQL and recently TypeScript. My preferred language, I'd have to say, is JavaScript. And this is due to, sort of a variety of reasons, really. I think I like its flexibility to be used on various platforms. And I like how it can be used sort of client-side and server-side. Again, that flexibility. The wide range of frameworks and libraries also has made my life considerably easier, and I'm sure many other developers' lives a lot easier. But I think the main factor probably is because it's such a popular language, there's just tons and tons of content online, on blogs, on Stack Overflow, GitHub, blogs. So whenever I've been stuck on an issue, I know that someone else has probably been stuck in the exact same issue as me. So it's great knowing that out there, that there's content, and I'll be able to find or be able to problem solve that issue fairly easily. So question 2. Briefly describe a project that you worked on and any challenges that you faced. How did you solve this challenge? Developed a client-side movie database app, kind of similar to IMDb, but not as good. And I found that there was a particular achievement, 3.6 I think it was. I found that particularly hard as there was so much content to take in and also so much content to produce. So I really found myself getting easily overwhelmed as I initially was trying to sort of complete the task, but doing it in big chunks, and was kind of moving from component to other component or section to other section without finishing one. So I was getting a bit confused, and so to solve this challenge, I decided to split the achievement up into smaller, more manageable segments, so that I could complete the segments basically, so that I could complete them, and then more easily kind of move on, and then it gradually helped my mindset. It helped me stay positive, knowing that I was achieving kind of mini deadlines basically for myself, or completing mini segments. So, question 3. How do you test and find bugs in your code? Briefly describe the process. So, there are two main ways that I tend to debug and test my code, and that's through doing console.log and also using breakpoints within the developer tools. So when I receive an error message in the console after deploying the code, I usually first go to the line of code where the error is, and then insert a breakpoint, or insert it however close I can get to that line. Sometimes you can't go on that particular line. Insert a breakpoint, and then I will refresh the page and then examine the values. And then again, it's similar with console.log. I would insert console.log into the code near or where the error is, and see what the code is passing and see if it aligns with what I was expecting it to pass. That's how I test and debug. So, in your opinion, what qualities distinguish a great full stack developer from an average one, and why? So, I think there are two main qualities I think that separate a great full stack developer from an average one. And I think these are persistence and positivity, so like a positive attitude. These qualities, I think, go hand in hand, really, as staying positive helps you be more persistent. So a great full stack developer, for example, will stay positive even when they are facing a barrage of errors and things just aren't going right, they stay positive, and this feeds into them being persistent. Because if you're not positive, it's hard to be persistent, because you're constantly, if you feel awful, you don't really want to carry on. And I think that's, for an average developer, they may struggle to keep a positive mindset, and then I feel that would then trickle into them struggling to be persistent with their code. They may come across some errors, and then it's, negative mindset, oh, it's happened again, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, and then that leads to them being, not persistent, really. So yeah, thank you.